Yeah, sure.
Hi, Tom. Welcome.
Hi.
Nice to have you here.
Absolutely.
Welcome, everyone. I think Whitney's in here too. Welcome, Whitney. We'll just wait a few more minutes, but welcome to the call. We're really grateful to have you here, taking the time out of your day to join us. I'm just going to mute people as they come in. And thank you so much. Well, let's see what time it is. Well, we can get started. For everyone that's joining us today, my name is Catherine Brown. If you don't already know me, and if you catch the replay, my name is Catherine Brown, and I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia. And I'm wanted to host this event today to share not only something that's really changed my life and just what I get to, it's really changed my life in the way how I show up, and what I get to do in life. Like, we come into this world and sometimes we wander around not knowing what our purpose is. And what I'm really grateful for is that I found something that is really aligned with my purpose and what I get to do in this world. And so I'm really grateful that Purium came into my life back in 2021. I'll just give you a little backstory about how that happened. In 2020, in November 2020, I was at my end. I was working for a company. Actually, I was working for the federal government of Canada in Ontario, and I was with them for 20 years. And they bullied, harassed, and discriminated against me for 13 of my 20-year career. And in 2020, during the full-on pandemic and all the chaos that was happening in that year, it got really, really bad. And it was to the point where every door that was I wanted they just kept shutting every door and making my work life very uncomfortable. I was already working from home from the bullying, and in that year it got so bad I ended up wanting to end my life. My mental health really just took a toll, and I ended up wanting to end my life in November 2020. In that moment of complete despair, I fell to my knees and I turned my life over to God. I surrendered my life to Christ. I said, Lord, if this is my life, I don't want it. If you don't take it, I will. And in the same breath, I said, if it is my life, please take over because I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. And in that moment of surrender, he answered and I heard him. I finally was listening to him because I heard him my whole life, but I thought I was just rebelling against myself. And so I was listening now. And in January of 2021, I had been friends with Allison and Jared online, and I had been seeing their videos and such, but I hadn't seen them. And God really opened up my eyes to what they were up to. And when he opened my eyes to it, I saw what I needed for my own health, for my own well-being, to really take back my own health and get my mental health back on track. So I embarked on a health journey of my own. I saw changes in myself that I've never thought were possible. I was standing in leadership and just showing up powerfully. My whole mindset changed and it really just opened up what was possible for me. So in 2022, I ended up leaving my government job, leaving a pension, the security of a pension behind, of like health benefits, all the things. I left it all behind and I embarked on joining Purium full time. And ever since then, I've been able to travel around. I can work from anywhere. I can work wherever there's Wi-Fi. I've been able to spend more time with family and friends and doing things that God really has me doing, like mission trips. And it's just really opened up so much in what is possible. And it's really also given me an opportunity to really live out my purpose, which is I'm here to serve people and I'm here to support people in not only their health, but also their wealth. So I would love to turn this over now to Allison and Jared. I know Jared's in a meeting, and that's great. This is the beauty of this business. You can be doing all the things that you want to do in the day and still run a beautiful business and it thrives. So I just want to turn it over to Allison. Thank you, Allison, for being here. I'm really grateful that you introduced me to this opportunity, and now I would love for you to share what has opened up for you since.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Hearing your story, even though I know I've known your story, always gives me chills and makes me so grateful and that I was sharing because you can see the power of you found me because I was sharing about this. And I found this because someone else was sharing about it. So this is why we're here today because it is really, really important. There are people like this, whether this is for you or not, there's people who absolutely are praying for this. And actually, I was praying for all of it without really knowing. So I didn't know what it was. So for me, I knew I had gut issues. Um, I suffered with eczema and skin issues on and off my whole life. Just always thought I had sensitive skin. And I also had very terrible mental health issues. Like it was to a point where I needed medication to be functional because, like Catherine, I got to that point as well where I was scared for my own mental well-being, and the kind of hurt that I could inflict on myself because that's what we do when we're really suffering. And I was self-sabotaging. I was putting myself in not healthy situations. And all to do with I didn't realize how I thought it was traumas and genetics and past things, but really what is so I had heard the gut brain connection many times, but until you really experience gut repair and, healthy gut, you don't know how good you're supposed to feel, or you don't know how much that connection is related. So, this was something I was praying. I was praying for health solutions because I didn't want to be on medications my whole life. I have two daughters, and I just wanted to be the best mother I could be. And I also struggled with fitting into the any corporate settings. I struggled with a lot of jobs that I was doing, just being bullied as well, being overlooked, underappreciated, and really never getting the value. Like I never could break the past a certain point of income, and I just accepted this is my life. I don't want to go back to school, and I just accepted being in this bracket. But when this came into my life, it was from a friend who was sharing about her son's eczema, which piqued my interest because I was suffering. She was like, "Do you know about glyphosate?" And we're going to talk a little bit about that for a second. But yeah, like there was, the problem we have a huge problem in our food system. We are being inundated with toxic chemicals that are not listed in the ingredients. And it is in 70 to 80% of our food supply right now, glyphosate. So I didn't know about this. It leads to leaky gut. It leads to cardiovascular disease. It leads to cancers. There's all of this evidence coming out. I had no idea. And then I went down the rabbit hole and I started, because when she mentioned glyphosate, I started to research it. And it really is, first of all, in everything. And it really is wreaking havoc on our gut health. And gut is where our serotonin is created, which is the happy hormones, that chemicals that we need. It also is our immune system. It's responsible for everything functioning in our body. So they say all disease begins in the gut, and all healing begins in the gut. So I was open to it to try this program. This is called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. This is how most people start. And it's so complete. It's so easy. The results are like I saw results right away. So a lot of things I was already doing in terms of I thought I was taking probiotic. I mean, I was taking probiotics, I was juicing, I was eating healthy, but I really wasn't getting results. Then within a few days, and you can see here there's a story with eczema at the top there. That was my hand as well. And within a few days, my eczema, my all my itchy skin issues were going away. My mental health was just clearing up. My bloating and digestive issues that I had normalized were going away, and I felt what it felt like to feel amazing, which is not since I was a kid. So within a few days, I started sharing it with my husband. He started seeing the results. And then we really got into sharing this incredible protocol. And it started with Dave and Amy here. See the founders. They have an incredible story, and you're invited to come listen on Wednesdays. We share, Dave and Amy's story and how they started this. It's been around for 30, they started this 30 years ago, and they are really heart driven. They are incredible people. We've gotten the privilege to get to know over these past 7 years, and they care so much. We visited the manufacturing facility in California, and there's nothing else like it because I've seen a lot of different facilities. This one, first of all, what I love, I'll just share really quickly, is people who've been working there have been working with Dave and Amy for a long time. A lot of them are since they first started, which I love to see. They are hand packaging. It is not this like assembly belt that you imagine in a big factory. It really is each bag being filled, and these are all home compostable bags being filled with love by each person. And there's amazing morale. You can feel the energy. Everyone feels good who's working there, and it really translates to the energy of the food. Because as soon I was eating I had tried other superfoods before, and nothing had that kind of an energy. And I'm very sensitive in my body, and when I felt it, I knew there was love behind this. I knew there was care in the soil. And so, yeah, definitely hit all of the checks that I was looking for, all of the testing they do, and it's all in home compostable packaging, which I've never seen that before. So, this is a health and wealth to all together, which, it sounds kind of, it's interesting how it's so connected, because when you start to heal, when you start to feel better, you start to also attract better. Your confidence grows, you're attracting better. And I started to actually see myself as a leader for the first time in my life, because I had never been given that opportunity before. So, we started this business, humble beginnings, just sharing organically with people that we loved. And then one at a time, there's this thing called leverage when you're in this business, but oh, that's the next slide. There you go, leverage. So, when one person, as we share it, like one at a time, those people start to share it with their networks and friends and family and whoever they can. And so we've seen in just a short few years, we've been able to help thousands, over 10,000 people now, directly and indirectly through this leveraged sharing economy. And we were both not in the health space. And so what's so interesting, a lot of people say, there's all kinds of myths around this industry. Some people will say, oh, if you didn't get in at the ground floor, you're never going to make it. Or we got on. They've been doing this for over 20 years as an MLM business, and we only got in 7 years ago, and we've already outranked people who have been doing this longer than us. And we bring in people who outrank us. So really what is so cool is there's no limit. There's no limit to how many people we can share this with, and how many people are praying for this right now. Another myth is, I think you had some myths here, right? That you have to be a health expert or something in the health field. And we're here to say, no, we don't, because actually authentic stories is what moves people the most. And, I've been able to now help a lot of health practitioners with helping their clients, but you do not need to be at all. And we're going to hear from Eric Mish as well now, who also wasn't in the health and wellness space, but has made incredible success. So I don't know if, yeah, Catherine, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Allison. It's always a pleasure to have you speak. Your transformation, but not in your health and your wealth, is just so inspiring, and just what you're creating in this world is just so powerful. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for sharing. And now we're going to introduce Eric Misch, and he is another powerhouse. He also was in the corporate world and experienced a lot of things there. And he was a successful executive in the corporate world and executive sales. but like he saw an opportunity here and he locked arms with some of the lead people that started in this business. So I'd like to introduce Eric Misch right now. Thank you, Eric, for being here. I'm so grateful to have you. Just introduce yourself and let everyone know what you're up to.
Yeah, thank you so much, Catherine, for the introduction. And as you mentioned, my background is in corporate sales and entrepreneurship for over 30 years. Spent a lot of time in that world. And I just wanted to share with everyone where I was 13 years ago. So I was the proverbial in the grind, I call it, in the corporate world, just grinding it out with very high expectations, very stressful environment, quotas, and was in a production role, so it was never enough. And so anyway, the stress of the position was really affecting my health, and I found myself with low energy. I was surviving on caffeine just to get through the day, 8 to 10 cups of strong Colombian coffee here in South Florida, which coffee is culture. So that's just the thing that people do is just drink coffee all day long. But all of this was having an effect on my adrenal system, and I was really feeling fatigue. In the process, I had put on some extra weight and I was just not sleeping well, starting to get heart palpitations. I knew something had to be done. My gut health was suffering. And so that's when I found the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which was really a game changer because for the first time, I started seeing eating healthy as also being doable, convenient for me because I spent a lot of time on the road going from appointment to appointment and I needed something sustainable. And for me, this made it easy because all I had to do was just mix up my superfood with some water, non-dairy milk, and I got a whole meal in less than 200 calories. So it really filled a huge void for me. And I got, as Allison was saying, I got results almost right away. In the first 30 days, I dropped 15 to 20 pounds of body fat. I started getting leaner, but I started feeling the energy come back from these raw, dehydrated, nutrient dense organic superfoods. And it wasn't forced or artificial from caffeine. It just felt natural. I started sleeping better for the first time, and my mental clarity and focus came back, and my immune system strengthened due to an improvement in my digestion and gut health. So it was really a dramatic shift in my health. And of course, these results were hard to keep a secret. So in many cases, people started noticing and were asking me, "Hey, what are you doing? You seem different." And of course, that's when I remembered that we have an incredible opportunity to share this. We have a unique gift card system that makes it so easy to share this. Now, from a financial standpoint, just to share where I was at, I was also at a place where I was in a significant amount of debt. I had over $50,000 of revolving credit card debt. I was renting at the time. My dream was always to own my own dream home. And so that seemed like it was just a dream. And I had nothing in savings, zero. So I was kind of drowning financially, even though I was making good money, but I wasn't getting ahead. And so, what started off as a health transformation turned into an incredible business opportunity. And I recognized it right away. I said, man, there's massive demand for this product. It's a consumable product. It's something that everyone eats food. I don't care who you are. Everyone eats food. Question is, what kind of food do you eat? I said, they got the marketing part down. I said, this is an opportunity. And so I decided to take advantage of the Purium compensation plan. Now, having been in corporate for many years, I know a thing or two about compensation plans. I've seen a lot of them. And what I can tell you about this one in particular, this is the most generous one I've seen in our industry, hands down. It combines the best of a robust affiliate program with the opportunity to earn multi-level pay. Super powerful. And what I love about this program is it features our Fast Start program, which pays up to $4,500 in Fast Start bonuses. I'm sorry, $6,500 in Fast Start bonuses and up to $4,500 in matching bonuses. So what that means is that people are able to taste success quickly. I think that's important because Given the state of the economy and where most American and Canadian families are at, everyone needs a little income, no matter who you are. So this helps people get their products paid for, but it can also turn into something more, as it did for me. In my case, I was able to completely pay off my debt. I was able to save up for my dream home. And as soon as I moved in, I was able to completely renovate it without incurring any new debt. That was huge, massive. So it was really a major shift for me. The best part is that I've been able to see people grow into this business. People like Allison and Jared, who now live a life of time and location freedom. People like Catherine, who are able to travel and do what they enjoy doing, their volunteer work, their missionary work. So this is really powerful. In 2020, I was able to leave my corporate job. It became my exit strategy and it became a reality 5 years ago. And then 2 years ago, I was able to retire my wife after 18 years in her profession. And so she's joining me now. And as you saw in that picture that Catherine displayed earlier, that was in Dominican Republic a couple of weeks ago. We spent, yeah, there I am on the beach, just living my life, enjoying, post corporate life. But we really love traveling. We're very involved in our own missionary and volunteer work. And that's something I've always wanted to get more involved with is giving back, being more available, more accessible, spending more time together with my family. And we really, truly enjoy it. And thanks to this business model, we're able to do all of those things, but even more so, we're able to support others in the same journey. So it's a huge blessing. So thank you, Catherine, for the opportunity to share, and I'll turn it back over to you now.
Thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate your sharing. Again, you have another powerful transformation with your health and your wealth and just what you're doing in the world. It's really great. Oh my gosh, we could go on forever about what this opportunity has done for us, couldn't we? And I just want to say thank you for everyone that's joined and whoever comes later. And is there anyone that has any questions? Do you have any questions about what we're up to? If there, we can open it up to that. If you can raise your hand, you can do it like this, or you can use the one that's in the Zoom hand. But if not, oh, we've got a question. Okay. And then, okay, so unmute. Hi, Marty.
Hey,
Marty.
Lev, I just wanted people to know this is a community that is worth getting to know. This this is not going to be like you're out there and you're all by yourself, okay? And you're not going to be handheld, but you are going to be empowered and you're going to be trained by people who have been in your shoes, and all you have to do is duplicate.
Powerful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I mean, and that's a good point because working in the corporate world, you don't get this kind of support I mean, my own experience is that I never received that kind of support. Everyone was working against each other. It was very cutthroat, every man for themselves or woman, and that's where a lot of the bullying and stuff comes from. And in what I've experienced here, like you can see from this picture, this is from our recent convention, and we are a community of people, and we really do care about one another, and we're here for a mission, and we're mission based. So that's what I love about this is that we are mission based, and we want everyone to have an opportunity to thrive in this world, health wise and wealth wise. So, thank you everyone that has joined us today. And if someone shares this video with you or you are on this call, get back to the person that invited you and really lean into them and ask the questions if you have questions. But yeah, get back to them if you'd like. They'll have a gift for you to get started, and it's just really such a beautiful thing. So thank you again for joining us. I'm really grateful. Oh, I guess I could stop sharing so we can see everyone. Hi, everyone. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you to our speakers today. And I'm really grateful that you took the time out of this day to be here. Thank you.
Great job, Catherine. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,